Hello and welcome to the test server once again. Your host RC Rockin' here, and we're going over the new British mediums that are going to be introduced into the game. Now, as you see here, this is one of the probably the most requested tank in the entire game. They've always requested. I remember going back in the forum post and seeing this thing posted as a request for a British premium medium. Well, fear no more, because everything up to tier 6 on this line is from America. Because British people love American things and making them really lame. With most vehicles. I don't know about all of them. But you get the Firefly gun, otherwise known as the OQF 17 pounder. Which I believe was a great anti-tank weapon at the time. I can't quite remember. But anyways, let's go ahead and start off and do a basic show. Just quick scroll through the line to see their icons. Yeah, what the hell? Anyways, let's go on. So we got here the British M2 light tank, which I believe, if I go into the tech tree, Americans, this is actually the T2, isn't it? T2 light, yeah. So this is the T2 medium, or the T2 light. Oh no, here it is. The M2 light, that's what it is. So it's American M2 light. British, what the hell? I'm gonna go ahead and report back, because I don't think there's supposed to be a Nazi emblem. Sorry, Nazi, yeah, I should not. Before people get angry. There should not be a German emblem on the side of a British tank. Yeah, that's definitely going to be reported to devs. Anyway, so that's the M2 store, your typical M2 store. Looks like a store. Smells like a store. Is a store. The store 1 through 4. Again, smells like a store, looks like a store, it is a store. But you get the same gun you get on the cruiser right here, which is nice because the cruiser and the Covenanter are some of my favorite tanks. See? It's a stock gun on the cruiser, but it fits. And next, all these vehicles are in HD, by the way. My textures just aren't HD because I'm running on low. Now, the M1 Grand, otherwise known as the British name for the Lend-Lease version of the M3 Lee, which was built probably 400 numbers. They sold 100, 300 Britain. American used like 100 or something like that. But just a Lee with a different turret. That's it. Who knows, you might be able to control this turret instead, or this turret. I don't know. I haven't tried it in game yet, but that's the new M1 Grand. Also notice the nice, pretty suspension with the slack in it. Always a sexy thing on a tank. And now the Sherman Free, otherwise known in America as the M4A1. Or not the M4A1, the M4A4 E1. I guarantee you I got that wrong, but whatever. Actually, no, it'd be the M4A3 E1, that's what it is. It's got the classic Sherman turret, the D82081, probably slightly modified British version, with a American 76mm gun as the main armament, but you can also put that in place of the 6-pounder gun Mark V, which is a lot crappier, so I wouldn't do it. And here we got the Cromwell. No, I'm joking. Also, the machine guns and ports in the front, 3 machine gun ports. Those will never be used. Now, the Sherman Firefly. Okay, you have to admit, this Sherman looks kind of sexy. You got the M4A1 hull. You got the M4A1 turret, and then you get the, interestingly, one boiler plate welded on the front and boiler plates welded on the sides. For, I guess, side scraping. That side armor is actually worse than the original Sherman. Nice. Guarantee you that'll be changing the specs, but I have a feeling this is what they're gonna introduce the new Shermans, if they do introduce new Shermans, will look like, but with the American guns. Anyway, that is the famous Firefly gun that everybody wants, and this is a tank that everybody's been wanting as a premium for a Lend-Lease tank. Now, next up in the line, we have I'm not sure what to nickname it. The Challenger, I guess you could say, but it's definitely Challenge, I can tell you that right now. What I don't understand is, look at the top half right here, alright? Is that sheet metal? Is that steel plating? It doesn't look like steel plating, it looks like sheet metal or, there's not even viewports on that. What is that supposed to be? It's got a massive tumor on its top. Now this is the hull of a Cromwell, by the way. I show you here. It's a Cromwell, slightly bigger with a new turret on it. So like, imagine this is what the hull of a Cromwell is going to look like in HD. But you get a 17-pounder gun. I believe that might be the same gun that is on the, let's see here, get its name, the AT8, AT7, very high penetration gun, very high DPM. Now next, the Charioteer. This tank uses the Centurion's gun, and very thin armor, very thin armor. Look at that, 30 millimeters in the front, 25 millimeters in the sides, 30 millimeters in the rear, kind of like a KV 85. Full armor 63 in the fronts, 46 in the sides, 38. So, and this is at, you can be penetrated with high explosive at this tier, so I would be careful with this tank. This tank's definitely a sniper. Kind of like a Hellcat. And the extremely happy, it looks like. Yeah, it kind of looks like a happy Squidward a bit. You see the face going out there. Big nose. Eyes. Viewports over very interestingly enough. It's a Centurion with, I want to say, a small porta-john for a turret. And then we have this. Yeah. Now immediately what these last two kind of point out to me is, they kind of remind me of the ARL-44. Because if I go here, buy myself an ARL-44, because I sold mine ages back for some reason, then buy 105. My purchase never slot in the garage. I did love this tank. I have a really good win rate on this tank. I go into my French tanks. ARL-44. You notice a similarity. Big, boxy turrets. Yeah. It's only a test server. Oh well. Don't need it. Don't need that thing. Yeah, there's that. So, after looking at this, and it looks very modern, I have to say. It looks very modern on the backside. I mean, now, the catch that you get with this is it is turreted. It's the British turreted tank destroyer. But, at the same time, it has the exact same gun traverse as the other British tank destroyer, the FV-215V. And notice how thick that armor's been bounced up. This one is the one with thick armor, and that turret that can't turn away all around. This one is the one with fin armor and a turret that can't turn all the way around. You see the issue we're having here. So, yeah. No real point in having a turret that doesn't turn 360 degrees, and there's nothing preventing it from turning 360 degrees. I mean, yeah, there could be this that could get in the way of a gun, but look how high up that gun is mounted. And it doesn't have good gun depression either, which is kind of a staple of the British tanks and the American tanks. It's kind of weird. Alright, so moving on. I'm going to go ahead and get onto the new missions. Okay, from what I can see, I forgot to mention this, is you're basically very easy missions, and once you complete them all, you get the tank here, or go back, here as a reward. So these are all locked right now because they're in work, and I guess these will be released upon the update. So it actually gives you a bit of something to do, a bit more reason to play. So basically, that's it for the new tanks, I believe. Let's take a look at the tech tree here. Nope, nope, you guys shouldn't see that. Yeah. I heard there's... Is there anything else that they've added? There might be some more stuff, I don't know. 85 on... I think it's weird as fuck. I'm just checking to make sure anything else they've added, you know, anything I haven't missed. I'm working my way towards the Indian Panzer, by the way. Now, before I end this video here, I need to mention something that I've been meaning to mention for a very long... Oopsies, no. Leave the tune. Not what I wanted to do. Very happy tank store. Very happy. Happy, happy, happy. That thing just looks industrial. This one looks awesome. So, what I've been meaning to mention, and I haven't done this for a while. My birthday has been coming up recently as of the 11th. That's basically it. Any of my fans in Sarasota, you can come by Livingston's. Say hi. Anyway. Where was I? I've been having computer issues recently. That's what it is, yes. So I've been having issues with my computer. And to explain the gist of it, the reason I have to run so crappy graphics is because I have what? 1.8? Let me look at my system specs here. I'll pull it up. It won't record the system specs window, so don't worry. I'm not using OBS, and if I was using OBS, my computer wouldn't handle it. System information. System summary. So I am using a AMD Athlon 2-core 240 processor. It goes to 2.8 megahertz. So yeah. Now I've been planning to upgrade recently. I'm going to get a AMD, an ASUS AMD plus free ATX microboard. And basically my normal boards won't fit my system. I have to have a microboard. But basically what that will do is that motherboard will allow me to put in the AMD FX 8350, which for those of you who don't know is probably one of the best cores AMD has ever made. It has 8 cores, and it has a 5.0 gigahertz fast processing rate. And it's actually quite cheap. It's actually $100, and it's always cheaper to buy your hardware. You never want to buy a new system because, you know, it's going to cost more if you bought something that's... Basically, my system's going to cost like $500. It's going to add an extra zero if I buy like a new system. But, yeah. It's going to cost $500 to get new fixes, so I won't be coming on these videos as much as often. Right now I am actually, believe it or not, risking my hard drive because apparently it's very deadly and accelerates the rate in which a hard drive goes bad when you God, this thing is beautiful. Anyway, when you record on the same hard drive as you're gaming on. So that's why I haven't really posted videos recently, because I have been looking at hardware, I've been doing homework, and yes, midterms. Midterms are coming up the next week after. Not next week, but the week after next week. So I will not be posting any videos for next week or the week after. Next week I will post a few videos, not really much, just to make up kinda for what I've been missing over the past 2 weeks. Basically it, and I love this thing. This thing is beautiful. Print screening all of these tanks just to find which one looks nice in a snapshot. But basically that's how it's going on. Now, I figured out the reason why my computer's been freezing. The reason why my computer's been freezing, if I go into my system here, I just had it open. I go into my hardware resources. Where is it? Conflicts/sharing. System data. Come on, I got a system core to this. Okay, so I have a conflict for sharing in the direct memory access controller, PCI bus, IO port, blah blah blah, you know, the shit, whatever. I know what it means. Just you people won't know what this means unless you're a PC nerd. But basically, it says here ATI Radeon 43,000, 45,000 series. So I have a 4350 series. Don't know if it's a Sapphire. Don't know what it is. It's pretty crap though. The bottom of the list. But it says PCI standard, PCI to PCI bridge. So basically, that's the error rate. That is the memory address. Yeah. So really, it's just been having trouble pulling resources from the motherboard. So the motherboard and the card are dying. So I have to replace the card with a Radeon R9 270X, which I heard is a very good card, very reliable for its price, very good. That's basically it. I may be getting a separate sound card so my voice will sound clearer, because I've heard that can affect it. And that's basically it. So, my new system, I'll do a video on my current system, and I'll do kind of like a montage, maybe a shopping montage, you know, just with hardware flying by. Anyway, so that ends the system update, or the channel update part of this video. If you like this video, please do like or subscribe. Subscribing would be very helpful to my channel, and I'll see you next time.